Hi everyone and welcome to this brand new video. Today we will be taking a look at Cubic by Menotti. A quick performance and of course review right after the intro. So guys, for this effect, I will need a shuffled Rubik's Cube. You might have noticed something with this. It has numbers on all sides. We will do something with the numbers in a moment. Before that, I need you to shuffle the cube as much you want to. Once you're satisfied, you can leave it on the table or just give it to someone else to shuffle it even more. So please give me some music while I'm shuffling it. So guys, once the cube has been shuffled, we will leave it just here without anyone getting near the cube. Other than that, you might have seen something else since the beginning of this video. There has been one envelope under this container over here. Inside, I have a prediction. And my prediction, hopefully, will have something to do with the numbers. Now, for the first time after the cube has been taken back, I will touch it. Now, when you take at the cube, you will see that none of the patterns will match each other. Okay, it might, but in this case, it really does not. That's a good indicator. It shows that the cube has been shuffled very well. Now, we will use one of the sides. In this case, let's use a side that we haven't seen yet, the bottom side over here. As I've told you, in the envelope, I have a prediction. Wouldn't it be cool if the prediction had something to do with that shuffled side? Watch this. Inside there is one prediction. And my prediction says the number 15. If you look at that side, you will see something similar. We have here the number 1 and the number 5. It's 15. Matches my prediction. Okay, you don't seem to be impressed. It might be coincidence. Okay, but let me show you this. If we just add the rows, 1 plus 5 plus 9 is 15. 6 plus 7 plus 2, 15. 8 plus 3 plus 4, 15. Or from top to bottom, 8 plus 1 plus 6, 15. 3 plus 5 plus 7, 15. 4 plus 9 plus 2, 15. Or the diagonal way, 8 plus 5 plus 2 is 15. 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 15. And I believe that's a perfect effect. Any other questions? So guys, that was basically just a performance of the simplest version on how you can perform Cubic. Now it comes in this great packaging. It is produced by Vanishing Ink, so everything is pretty much perfect with the packaging and of course the content. Inside you get your cube with the numbers on it and also the link to the instructional video. So let's quickly go through the instructions first. The instructions, you will see Menotti himself teaching you how Cubic can be performed. You get a live performance with it and then of course the explanation for that live performance. So you're not only getting to learn how the gimmick works, you also get to learn a whole effect around Cubic. Everything you need to know is pretty much covered in the instructions, so I really have not much or nothing to complain about the instructional video. Now, before talking about the quality of the cube itself, there is one thing that you have to keep in mind with this, just in case you don't know what Cubic is. I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of the magic square effect, okay? And if you know that, you know what you will achieve with this effect. It's basically going to be a magic square reveal on the cube itself. So what you have to keep in mind here is the fact that the cube is not the magical part of the effect. It is sort of your assistant, the thing that no one pays attention to. So it's basically not like the magic happening with the cube where you like solve a shuffled cube into an unshuffled cube. So the main effect is not happening here. This is just a thing that you use to accomplish your effect. So if you don't know what the magic square is, don't expect like a very visual thing happening with the cube. Okay, it's just a very secret thing where no one pays attention to it. Keep that in mind. So when you first open it up, you will be of course faced with a solved cube. And one thing that I have noticed immediately within the 2 minutes I was playing around with it was the fact that the single cubes are very likely to jump out of their sockets. Okay, I personally am someone who can like handle the cube pretty quickly as I'm able to solve it. And when you are like starting to spin these sides without having all the sides perfectly aligned, for example from here, if you now start to turn it around, there's a very high chance that one of the cubes will jump out of its socket. And that's really not something you want to have. Of course, this might have something to do with the fact that I can handle it very quickly and this cube is not really perfectly fit for that. So to prevent the cubes jumping out of their sockets, I tend to really use only one hand when I spin them around. Most of the spectators won't be able to solve it either, so they will be doing it slowly too. However, if you're like very quick and have quick hands, for example, here we go, one of the cubes just jumped out of its pocket without me really doing a harsh movement. So that's just something that you have to keep in mind. It's like not the best cube to handle if you are used to a original Rubik's Cube. So keep that in mind. One more thing about the cube that I personally don't like a lot is the fact that it has stickers on it. If you own an original Rubik's Cube, you will know it has like this different way of coloring. It is like a plate inside the cubes. With the stickers, I'm just worried of them like coming off. You are not getting any replacement stickers to put on it. So for this type of product, I don't really know how difficult it is to produce a cube similar to the original one. But with this one, it's not my personal favorite, but it still works. So the cube you see here is a regular cube. Okay, the gimmick is not on here yet. However, even when it is on the cube, it is pretty invisible. They made a great job with that. So the gimmick is not only invisible when you show it around, it is also very easy to use. It is very simple to get it into play. Keep that in mind. One more thing to keep in mind, you cannot change the outcome of the magic square. It is always going to be the same number. Keep that in mind just in case it was something very important for you. The reset time with this is also very, very quick. It is just a matter of getting away with the gimmick and then you can restart the whole thing. Of course, it might be better to do it to a different audience as the result of the magic square is going to be the same. So all in all, I do actually really like this. I really like the fact that the focus is really not on the cube. It's not the magic happening on the cube. From the magician's point of view, of course, that's the main thing, but from the spectator's point of view, this is just an assistant that helps you to create some randomness. That's one of the things that I really love about Cubic. One thing that I don't like at all, and I have to say that of course, when you are too quick, not even harsh, just quick, the cubes, the single cubes are very likely to pop out of their socket. So as long as you are really handling this a little slower, I'm pretty sure this will turn into a very nice secret assistant that you can use to come up with different effects. You are being taught like 2 simple effects in the instructions, but you can of course come up with different effects on your own with Cubic. Cubic is on pre-sale right now. You can get it at mystiquefactory.com. The link is going to be in the description box below. Also keep in mind, when you use the coupon code on the screen right now, you will get a 5% off on Mystique Factory. And also, as Mystique Factory has headquarters in Europe and the US, you will guarantee yourself the quickest delivery time. Keep that in mind when purchasing it. That was Cubic, and I hope to see you next time.